Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling. I just got to Stone Vigil in Final Fantasy XIV. Now I get to do that dungeon. That'll be fun. But before we go on to that, a few announcements. We have many other shows here on the channel. Tomorrow night, Tabletop Bros. We're back. Baldur's Gate 3. It's going to be a good time. Also, Matt has just shown up, so the cameras are going to be all fucky-wucky for a second. Oh boy.
They're gonna be what?
Funky
Wonky.
Yeah,
No,
they're going
thank
to...
you.
You did not say funky.
No.
I said
You
fucky
did not
wucky.
say funky.
No,
Oh,
I
gods.
I
Okay.
purposely censored myself because I'm trying to do that for my channel. I'm trying to make sure I censor myself.
I
Just
apologize.
please.
I apologize for my tardiness. Sometimes people can't take a hint.
That's when I tell them get out of my house.
No, because see, my social anxiety could never.
Yeah.
See, now,
Also, Maya, they're Canadian. They don't do that.
I know. I know. Listen, I'm just a bitch, so
So Saturday, Tabletop Bros.
yeah, Saturday, Tabletop Bros. All of us hanging out. Will, Matt, Calf, and Chad. Baldur's Gate 3. Doing something. I don't honestly know what we're doing in
I know
Baldur's
we're
Gate
in
3
Act,
now.
Act 3, but I have no idea what exactly we
That's
left
what
off
Act
on.
3 is. You never know what you're doing. You just wander and stumble into 500 different things.
We killed a bunch of rats earlier.
That sounds right.
We did kill some rats.
Good for you.
On behest of all of the cats that ask you to do so. Thank you.
I think we're going to start a workers' revolution.
nice.
Nice.
We might do that.
Yes.
Pop
I would
Fest
do.
is-
I would do the underwater thing first.
That's what I
Mhm.
was saying.
I would recommend
then
that.
do that. That's
And do
my
the Foundry.
recommendation.
Mhm.
I mean, we're
Mhm.
practically God.
No,
You
trust
can
me.
still suffer consequences, Will. I promise.
Do the underwater thing
I
first.
promise you can still suffer consequences.
Consequences in my TTRPG? Never.
It's more likely than you think.
Well, what happened to Luna? What happened?
Oh, well,
to
we'll
Luna?
get there,
Tell
we'll
me
get
about
there,
how you don't
we'll
have
get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Other shows then, Sunday night, Emily has installed Final Fantasy XIV. So,
That's what we're doing.
it probably is going to end up being Will, Emily, Sarah playing 14. Maybe Matt, if they decide to jump in and play with us. Not on stream, but they can come and hang out. Female Catwoman.
I've told you before, I need to clear one other thing off the schedule before I join another thing.
I'm not going to ask you to join the stream. I'm just saying, if you want to play with us while we're playing,
I'm
you
not even
can.
talking about the stream.
Just like
Time.
That's fair. Then on Monday, Strength of Thousands AP.
That is true.
Matt
That
runs
is the
that.
thing that is happening.
That's one of the things that Matt does. That I feel guilty about every day. Then on Tuesday, Elden Ring. We probably have like 2-3 weeks left of that only. Like we can't.
I mean, depends on how much faffing about we want to do. There's plenty to see, Will.
I know, but like, listen, we got 3 bosses done last week together.
Was it 3? I thought it was only 2.
Yeah, we did 3,
We did Renala, we did the Hippo.
and we did the Garl wannabe.
Oh, well, that's not really a boss. That's fake PvP, essentially.
And you can also see me and Matt doing really, really good with invaders, because we have actually a positive win rate with invaders. I went and watched the VODs and checked.
Okay.
So we're beating the invaders right now, Matt.
I do like that.
Yeah. Then on Wednesday, Wild Ambition, Yeehaw and Yippee-Ki-Yay. Then on Thursday, we're off, but if you're in the Winnipeg area and want to come play some Pathfinder Society, you can at Amusing Games, or I'm GMing it. Come and help me get Matt a boon for Pathfinder Society.
Neat.
15 more games, and I get to give Matt a gift. I get to curse
No.
Matt.
Are those? I feel like those are two different things.
Those are two different things.
It's a rare archetype that's called the Curse Maelstrom that only GMs can give to people, and it basically is a luck inversion archetype where you take on bad luck so you can force it on enemies.
Oh,
It's a very-
that's fun.
It's a
I
very
like that.
it's a very interesting archetype. It also works well with oracles because you can compress the curse. Speaking of oracles, we have many other people on this channel. That's why you watch it. Starting off with the person who I attribute most to oracles, who, once the oracle changes are out, I'm going to tell them to McKenna, and I cannot wait to see what her thoughts about them are. I'm like 90% sure you're going to hate them.
Why would they change Oracle?
They made it so that you can always get rid of your curse, but now going deeper into your curse is just downside.
What's the point of that?
Who knows?
I have no idea.
Paizo, whatever you're smoking, share. Hi everyone, I'm McKenna Tynan, and tonight I am playing Evie, also known as Experiment 3, version 13, our Plasmoid Artificer. I'm McKenna Ray Art on all of the places, mostly TikTok. And I'm going to rescue my girlfriend. Maybe. I don't know if we're girlfriends. But she's getting
Unspoken.
rescued.
Speaking of rescues, someone who I think would be very good at rescues, we have Vim, played by Chad.
I mean, it really depends. Like, there can be a lot of violence in rescues. That can be a thing.
I feel like there's usually a lot of violence in
Yeah,
rescues.
So, yeah, I suppose
Hollywood
that
says
works.
there is.
In that
So do a
case.
lot of novels.
And video games.
Mm.
Digi games.
So,
Hi, Chad.
hi.
Chad.
Yes, I'm playing Vim, the Fey Wanderer Ranger. And just got some cool new dragon teeth accessories on my crossbow.
Crossbow.
Yes.
Trophies.
Yeah. Next
Yay.
up, the channel's equivalent of Paimon, Pom Pom, or there's not really a Zenless Zone Zero Paimon, is there?
It's the Bangaboo.
The Bangaboo, or the Bangaboo. We have Matt playing Darius.
I was worried it was coming to me.
Mascot.
Why don't we explore that later? Yes, hello everyone. I am here to play Darius the Forge Cleric.
Because you're the Matt, Scott.
I'ma slap you.
I hate everything about all of this.
And not in a place you'll enjoy.
He's actually in the same country as you, so he could.
Yeah,
What?
Matt,
How
when you do
how
it,
do you know what places
do
he
another
would
one for me.
enjoy?
I will employ the scientific method.
Well,
They-
that implies experimentation.
Which
and that
also,
also implies that you will find places he enjoys.
Exactly. This is all falling apart.
You're
This entire
right.
plan-
You're right. You know what? You're right. I won't. I'll just use the thumb screws. And I've tested them. They hurt.
Little does he know I've been
Excellent.
training for thumb screws.
You
How
can't
do you
train.
train?
You can't train your
Little thumb
cuticles.
push-ups.
Show me your thumbs right now. Show them to me. Put them up. Those don't look like
No,
thumbs
not
that have
for
known...
free. Don't put those thumbs up for free.
If feet are dogs, are hands cats? It's not that his dogs are barking, it's that his cats are...
Are
But
we
that's
human?
Other body parts
Or
are
are
The
we
typically
cats are
dancers?
associated
meowing.
with kitties. You can't show that online either. So what are hands? Birds? Those birds are tweeting?
I don't know. I like the cat.
That's just like I'm done. I quit. I hate you all.
I didn't say that. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Oh. Matt is
Amazing.
playing Darius
Aren't we
tonight.
all?
Yes, the Forge Cleric, here to be the straight man, I suppose. There has to be one.
I can't use the straight man as a transition for anyone else in this call who hasn't already been
Say
introduced.
The
So
opposite of.
we can say the next speaking of cat people, we have Sarah playing Captain Cypress.
Hi. Hello. I'm Sarah Margaret. I'm playing Captain Cypress, the human bard. You can check me out on Twitch and TikTok, Cosmic Deity 746. And when you finish up with your lovely Baldur's Gate stream, you should hop on over to my impromptu Saturday night I'm finishing Dragon Age Origins book if it kills me stream tomorrow.
I'm down.
Because by God, I have to get to DA2 or I am not going to get to Veilguard in time.
There are so many enemies to jump off of roofs in DA2.
They do that a lot.
Yes.
It's kind of annoying.
Or you can check me out on Sundays as well, playing with
Will and M.
Will and M for Final Fantasy. I finally, and Matt saw it last night. I'm a PNG tuber.
It's true.
Yay!
Nice.
It's
And she
my
did it all
adorable-
herself.
I did it all
Well,
myself.
Matt, you provided some
Matt
help.
pointed me in the right direction.
I said, here's this free software. Look at it. I don't know how it works, but look at it.
Speaking of Dragon Age 2, someone who I could see doing a killer Isabella, we have Maya playing Rash.
Yes.
I have no
Yes,
context
she-
for this whatsoever.
I'll
I'm
get
about
up a
to
pirate
Google
ship.
Isabella.
Yeah,
I'll show
so-
you.
And Maya, to be fair, until a year ago, I didn't realize she was a recruitable person for your party. So,
He
Amazing.
has a
Oh.
unique character
You
design,
couldn't
Will,
torture
of
that
course.
information out of me.
Maya, Isabella is the video game equivalent of your League of Swords character.
Also, if you like Google,
Oh,
see it.
delightful.
also if you Google the Dragon Age 2, not DragonAge 1.
Oh, I'll do that.
That's true.
I Googled.
They
Just
kind of
Dragon
upgraded the art
Age.
style, and she looks a lot less
Oh,
Generic.
fuck yeah.
on death's door.
Oh, I see the difference. Yes, I see the side by side difference. I was like, I cannot cosplay that first one, but I could definitely cosplay the second one. Nice. Hi everybody. I'm Maya. I'm playing your resident goblin granny barbarian, Rashroglos. Yeah, feeling good, feeling spicy, feeling very tired, but that's okay.
Aw.
We're gonna have a fun game.
and last but not least, currently in the Daphne position, we have Luna playing Rose playing Luna.
All right, but give me a
Luna
Dragon
playing
Age
Rose.
character. I haven't played it.
You see, unfortunately, all of like the I can't.
I don't get one.
I can't give
Wow.
you.
You know what?
I can't give you a
Wow.
good Dragon Age character for you.
Actually, acting wise,
Give her a
Acting
bad
wise.
dragon.
Acting-
Age
I
character.
did play
Acting-
bad.
Acting wise,
and you can always do like a wig for the hair and everything. Dragon Age 2, Meryl,
yeah.
not Origin.
I could actually see Rose, knowing Rose's acting chops, as I do. I could see Rose playing a DA1 Liliana.
Yeah.
I was just
Sure.
about to say, what about the cleric from either? I forgot whether it was Origins or DA1. Isn't she?
Yeah,
is she not the cleric?
she's one of the bards. She's the
Yeah.
the holy bard.
I
But yes.
and this is a Will thing. When I fan cast games, I tend to not fan cast my friends into characters I actively romance when I play those games.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but yes, Lily would be good, as would Meryl, but
Interesting.
Meryl's fun. And let's see. Hello, I'm Will, also known as Tabletop Rules on the internet. I think we got everyone, right? We've done Chad, we've done Sarah, we've done Maya, we've done Matt, we've done McKenna. Oh, speaking of McKenna, McKenna posted a funny TikTok. McKenna, the timing of that TikTok, was that like by choice before stream, or did you post that after stream on Wednesday?
Before stream on Wednesday.
Because like, what are the odds in the stream where I ask you to do like somewhat complex math, you post that TikTok?
The odds are good because I bitch on TikTok about having to do math in my spare time as part of tabletop RPGs. I fall back on that joke more
That's
often
true.
than I care to admit. Because it's funny to me and it's funny to all of the other what's the word for dyslexic but with numbers?
Oh, dyscalculia.
That's
Oh.
the
That
one.
one.
I don't know
something
if that's
today.
what I have, but it really resonates with the dyscalculia crew. So I do it for y'all.
Well, I think it's time for us to get into the game. I'm going to hit that intro button, and then we'll get going. Mwah. Last time on the Astral Calling, we had a lovely interlude. At the beginning of the session, Luna got kidnapped by a very attractive archdevil.
Yeah.
Evie panicked and was put in the Tupperware.
This is true.
Yeah.
Rash carried Evie around while in the Tupperware.
I don't know
Captain
if that was true. I feel like that was mostly Darius.
I also think it was mostly Darius. I think they
Darius
took
as
turns.
well. I think they took turns.
Does it really matter who carried them?
Well, Darius
Yes.
was like stopping Evie from talking by like closing and opening the lid at times.
Yeah, it felt a little bullying to me, but you know, it wasn't me in the Tupperware, so I'll let.
Somehow, Vim made Coralie cry, and Captain Cypress was reunited with their crew and their ship.
Correct. My lovely ship. Beautiful, gorgeous, lovely. Rosalie, best way to describe it is think Treasure Planet skyships.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, good.
Vim then
Okay.
reluctantly went and collect their
Yeah.
acquaintance, also known as Myark,
I did do that.
who Rash then took
You mean his brother?
and
No,
put into a
no.
room
No.
with Evie, and we had a quick little episode of Keeping Up with the Tolatios at the end of last session.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
If it had gone any further into the full-on blows, Cypress would have been very, very cross, and I would have used my persuasion techniques to get all of you off of my goddamn ship.
But
Friendship be damned.
speaking of being off of the ship, the one person who is currently off the ship, Luna.
Uh-huh.
So to just give you a little bit of a I've forgotten the word for this thing that sets the scene. Thing that sets the scene.
Context?
It's another word for context. Preamble. Just to give you a little bit of
Okay.
preamble. At the end of the fight, there was some looting done. Everything was looking great. Suddenly, the smell of sulfur was in the air. Luna, you did roll a high enough check to notice it. And then popping out of thin air and fire came this four-horned devil woman with onyx black skin and these like four purple flames on top of each of her horns. And the only thing she was wearing was a scroll. But the scroll somehow covered everything.
She was totally good for Twitch.
She then borrowed Luna and teleported away with Luna. And we are picking up right after that moment as Luna, you find yourself on a very opulent chaise lounge with this woman beside on the other side of the room to you in a similar position, just kind of lounging and relaxing a bit. Um, and as you kind of like blink your eyes and come to realization as to where you are, you just hear a welcome.
Oh, thank you. This is not the ship that I was on, though, is it?
No, no, no. This is my domain, dear. We're here to discuss the terms of you using up all my luck.
You're the devil from the Devil Luck Points.
Yes.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
Oh, I'm glad I could be helpful. And you know what? Because I was so helpful to you, I'm hoping that you can be helpful to me, dear.
Oh, I am very helpful.
Excellent. I love to hear it. Here, let me fetch us some snacks before we get going. And then you see them kind of like turn their head to face something that you can't see, and they like wink and smile at it. And then they beckon with their fingers, and floating through the air with these like little imps holding them by the stems are these golden carrots.
Oh, 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 may I have one?
Oh yes, that's why I brought these out. They're just for you, Luna. Have a taste.
Okay.
They're very nice. It is
They're
it
really
is
good.
it is the most carroty carrot that you have ever tasted.
I don't think I've ever had a carrot that's quite as good as this one.
Oh, I grew them myself. I have a lovely garden out back.
You are so talented.
Thank you. I'm glad you recognize it. But down to business.
Oh, okay.
So, my current machination right now is to become the
What
Queen
does
of
that
Hell.
mean?
Goal.
Oh, okay.
My current goal right now is to ascend the Hellion throne and become the Queen of Hell. And as part of that, I had a number of schemes in the work, but for some reason, luck was just not on my side with them. And now this has kind of put me on the back foot, I'm sure you can understand. So, I would like to present you little Lot. She smiles. With two options for a sort of deal that we can work out.
Okay.
Option number one, instead of my luck, you aid me in ascending to the Helion throne by helping me deal with my competition. And when that happens, well, not only will you have repaid the debt that you gave me, but also, as an added bonus, you'll be friends with the Queen of Hell. Wouldn't that be so
I like
useful?
friends. Yes, I do like friends.
Now, option two, and now this is a little grisly. I could also simply just take some of your luck away permanently. If you don't want to help me with that thing, I can, of course, just give you the penalty. I can just take some of your luck away permanently. It won't be anything noticeable. Just, sometimes when you need things to go very right, they might just go very wrong. Mechanically, I get to turn any three of your rolls into natural ones at any point.
But then I do
Well
not get the friends.
But then you don't also get the friends. But if you didn't want to deal with this devil, because, some people don't like making deals with devils,
Well, that does not
you have
make
the
any
option.
sense. Almost all of the ones I have met have been very nice. There have been some not so nice ones, but I freed that one.
Yes,
and
that sun
gave
bastard
me
was kind of
that
annoying.
luck. That was very nice. We did just beat up the sun bastard.
Yes,
I
I'm
did not
very
know
happy
that was
with
his
you
name,
for that.
but that is good to know.
I'm very happy with you for that. That's one of the reasons I'm sort of stepping up my plans, you see. Because that sort of power vacuum, now they've been resealed and they're not coming back anytime soon. All their little minions are looking for people to worship. And who better than me?
Who better than you?
Thank you. You're such a lovely little thing, you know that? Has anyone told you that you are the absolutely most gorgeous bunny person in the world?
Oh, Evie has.
Aw, they sound very nice.
She's
And
the
they say
best.
Evie was this one, and she transforms into Evie for a second. Correct? And then she looks and smiles again at that like off-screen thing, and
That's
then
what she looks like, but something is off.
looks back. Well, I mean, it was me. The soul is
Oh,
a very
okay.
important part of any sort of construct, and someone as pure-hearted as you can no doubt see that.
Yes, sure. So what is the devil that you need me to um vanquish?
Well, currently there are 3 archdevils that have enough of a following to seek ownership of the Hellion throne. Now, that being said, well, to put it quite frankly, the one of the archdevils, he is a cowardly sort. Honestly, do not understand how that man has power. But if the other archdevil, the archdevil of the Hellion Forge, was to be defeated, and their people began to follow me, the other archdevil would simply solve itself.
Okay. So who is the one that I have to destroy and where are they?
I would ask you, as payment, to aid me in my ascension to the Hellion throne. To be done through possibly the murder of the archdevil of the Hellion Forge. However, the deal will be for you to aid me in my ascension.
What does the aid look like?
It can look like many things. It could look like you going out and doing a mission for me. It could be you helping me rub elbows with some more powerful archdevils at a party, acting as bodyguard. Now, of course, you wouldn't be alone. If you'd like, I could get your friends here quite quickly.
Oh, we are on a mission right now to make sure that the universe doesn't get um turned into a bunch of black holes or something. I don't super understand it, but Evie gets it, and I
It seems
trust
to be
her.
a lot. It seems to be a lot of thinking.
Oh no.
Huh?
Oh no.
Well, all you need to do, Luna, is sign on the dotted line. And the scroll from her body extends and comes up into your hands.
Um,
Don't worry, there's no taking your voice claws until you kiss your true love again. She smiles.
sure thing. I can't read this. Can you read it to me?
Oh, yes, I will be happy to read it to you. Do you want me to read it to you word for word, dear? There's a number of very large ones in here. Would you like me just to sum it up?
That would be nice, yes.
All right, I'll give you the too long didn't read of this extensively binding legal contract. The TLDR of it simply says that you'll help me ascend to the Hellion throne in whatever form that may take once I have reached the ascension and once I've become the Queen of Hell, for lack of a better term at this time. Then not only will you be freed from any sort of dealings from me, but also in addition to that, you'll be rewarded for services rendered and have an alliance for use as you see fit with the hell itself.
Well, that does seem really useful.
Yes,
Okay.
doesn't it?
Um,
And if you fail, your entire soul will be my property for the entirety of time. But that's beside the
what?
point.
She
No,
says
nothing.
after signing.
Luna's got big ears.
As the contract begins to sort of like fizzle and pop, we cut back to the rest of the team for a moment as the Myarch conversation has just ended, and each one of you notice on the back of your right hand, a brand begins to form.
Does that work on Evie, who sort of only has hands as a formality?
The
Like,
brand
is
is
it?
just floating in.
It's just floating inside of Evie.
I was gonna say, is the brand like when those like you know when they make those jelly cakes and they inject the color in?
Oh. And as a reminder, I this is a silly detail, but I insist that I did this. I created that small little mechanical Luna and used animate object to make it go up and pat 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 on poor Evie. You know, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, yes, each of you now has a devilish mark on the back of your hand.
Oh, this is some berserk shit.
My Goobliet will not be pleased.
Is there
would
any
say-
chance this is not connected to the thing that just abducted Luna?
Oh, I think the odds of that are not great.
Yeah,
Specifically, the marking is 2 roses that are beside each other that are bound together by 3 interlocking, but look to be runic rings.
Cute.
I'd get a tattoo.
I would
I'd
say
do
this
it.
the spark wouldn't approve, but the spark really doesn't have any preferences.
Rash looks at it and she's just like, ah, yes. Reminds me of a tramp stamp from one of my lovers.
A what?
Well, that's
Oh, what?
The entire ship just
what?
turns to look at Rash.
that's an interlude.
Oh,
Ah,
no.
memories.
None of the crew make any sort of batting eyelash. This is a crew of pseudo pirate / actors. None of them bat an eye
God,
when
it's-
she
These
does
are
Actors.
that.
slutty bard pirates.
It's the horniest
They
ship
know.
ever.
If anything, they're batting eyes in a different way.
Welcome to episode 69, everyone.
They're like, oh, Granny's
Oh,
got
God.
game.
I
It's
am-
episode 69
It
now.
is.
All right, y'all. We gotta get some good jokes in this one then.
Hi.
Look at the
So
baby.
cute.
But we jump back to Luna. Oh, excellent. So everything is set and readied. How would you prefer your friends be delivered? Would you like them delivered on their ship or in person?
Oh, we would probably like to have the ship.
Okay. Luna, and she reaches underneath the scroll and she pulls out from somewhere a wand. And she says, I'm going to tap this on your head. And then you're
Somewhere.
going to be able to speak to Evie for a moment.
Tell people that.
Would you let them know to make their way to their ship, please?
Oh, okie dokie.
And then she just kind of floats over to you. She stands up and she just starts walking. And then there's just as you're sitting there, she just goes. And this little hellish miasma just covers you for a second. And oh dear, it appears as though you've acclimated to hell. This will be enjoyable now. And Luna, what would imagine in the most Kingdom Hearts of logics a Luna in hell getting an outfit change for a devil Luna? What would a devil Luna look like?
Devil Luna.
Yes, devil Luna.
Duna, if you will.
Luna.
I mean, I feel like in the Kingdom Heartsiest way, her coat, Lulu from Final Fantasy X, and all the black with the fur trim, but also 5
Ooh.
bajillion belts.
Thinks about it
Only
probably.
belts.
Peak,
Only
So many
belts.
belts.
Peak.
The outfit is probably
Peak.
composed of belts.
peak black mage. FYI.
Yes.
Tetsuya
Peak
Nomura
black
was here.
mage.
All right.
And then we've got the ears up, but followed by the horns that curve back. Yeah, and then she's got to be like hot pink.
All right. Evie, in the briefest moment in your mind, you're suddenly in a very large blank space, and standing in front of you is Devil Luna. Also, probably has like eyeliner and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like really thick
Wingtips
eyeliner.
would kill a
Yeah.
man.
Now,
Yeah.
I do have to ask: is she aware of this costume change?
Oh God, no.
Not at all. The personality doesn't change at all.
If Pollyanna was a dominatrix.
Precisely. So weird. So fucking weird.
You guys ready for some fun?
Oh God.
What in the Mabe?
Evie is so confused.
Exactly.
I think you have well and truly stumped her because, like, on the one hand, Zooey, Mama, Awooga, eyeball. On the other hand, this is more than likely a trap of some sort. Of like, I don't know. Like this feels like something the demon would craft to fuck with me.
Evie is literally that meme of mark me down as scared and horny.
Literally that.
Okay, well, I do have to ask: Does Luna come across like the same though?
Yeah, it's still Luna. It's just Luna
Okay,
with like
there's
a more
no
devilish flair.
Claire.
And like
delightful.
instead of like a pointed tail at the end of like a devil tail, it's the cotton ball.
It's got a safety tip on.
Child safe. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, hi, Evie.
Is that you?
I'm gonna.
It is.
Where are we?
Do we need to actually? You know,
This
never
is
mind about the
this
Tupperware.
is a mindscape.
I
Are
am
we
in.
all there or just
Just
Evie?
just Evie.
Oh,
Evie just goes like unusually quiet in the Tupperware.
the Tupperware went with you.
Evie, I have a message, and it is that you are supposed to get on your ship so that you can come. Well, you will be brought to where I am.
Oh, okay.
Where I am
look-
is one of the devil people domain things. She wants to be the queen of hell. We're gonna help her.
Oh,
You know,
oh.
average Friday night.
Is that what Evie holds up a pseudopod with like the wiggliest version of the brand you could imagine in it? Is that what this is about?
Oh, I did. Where did you get a tattoo, Evie?
Just now. It just sort of appeared.
Luna, you
Oh,
will
that is really
hear.
funny because I was just signing a contract.
You signed a with the well, did you read it? You read it?
Oh, she summed it up for me. She was very nice.
We'll get to the ship. We'll get to the ship. Please don't sign anything else until we get there.
Okay, but I am gonna have some more carrots. They're very good.
Please, you've already eaten. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Where am I? How do I leave?
You just as you say you want to leave, you get junted out of the spell, and Evie, you're now back in
Evie
normal space.
leaps from the Tupperware.
Oh.
We have to go. We have to get back to the ship right now. Captain Cypress, you are more than welcome to join us. The devil lady will be there, and Luna, a devil Luna, will also be there. I can't explain it. I don't have the words. We need to get to the ship.
Did you see Luna?
I think so.
Did you do some sciencey thing about it or
No.
Which
did
dock is
Luna
your ship
do
at?
Luna magic about it?
Our ship is at the dock that Evie would remember that I don't.
Docking Bay 72.
All right.
Docking Bay 72.
Give me a
Insert
moment.
docking joke here.
I will let Anna Marie know that we are to undock and make our way over. We will idle until you are ready to depart.
If I can't
I-
make wand and a rabbit jokes, you can't make docking jokes.
I am quite I'm gonna need to talk to her about this because I don't do this. This is not a thing. I don't believe in devils or gods or contracts.
I'm
That's
sure
not
it
a
was an
thing.
accident. I'm sure she'll apologize if you tell her that I don't think it was intentional on her part. She we need to get to the ship.
We need to make some ground rules, but yes, we need to. But we all yes, let's get to the ship because I don't think Evie can have an aneurysm, but I think she's about to invent a way to do that.
Evie, you also get a sending spell, in your mind that just is from Helio, that says, "Did Luna do something? A mark has appeared on the back of my hand, and
Helio
Get tied into this.
Oh boy.
cute.
Evie is like a sick green yellow color at this point.
She's a booger.
Oh, did you have to say it?
on a scale
Not
of
a
how
booger.
close to what Maya is drinking is Evie's color right now?"
This one's a little more on the bluish green side, I think.
I
Ooh,
would
that-
I
some
would say it's
delicious
really
slurm.
solidly between yellow and green.
Okay.
Like it's a very sickly
Maya's
jaundiced
is very
green.
like green apple.
You also get a message
Booger.
when you arrive on the ship. You see Millis kind of
Boogers are not
panicking
saturated.
about the fact that a mark has appeared on the back of her hand.
Oh, they
I
went
can't
like
handle
all
anyone
over
else
with this.
panicking right now. Get on the ship. We're going. We're leaving. We have places
We
to
will
be.
have to have
All right.
serious about Luna signing things. Wait, how much of it did you tell us?
Just what she said. She's in panic mode and is leaving out information that is not immediately necessary.
All right.
All right, nobody panic. Get on the ship. We're going to hell.
Exactly.
Sounds
Thank
like
you,
a good
ma'am.
time
I
to me.
appreciate you keeping a level head.
I also love the fact that, like, for Rash, I cannot overstate enough, does not believe in other gods, does believe in other devils.
The funny thing is, with the wording of the contract, all of Luna's friends have this mark.
Luna's friends with everybody she's ever met.
Luna has so many friends.
I know.
Oh, we're gonna get some angry calls from
See, this
what was her
entire
name? Victor
time,
Reek?
this entire time, me trying to drive everybody away was saving their lives.
Coralie, Orly.
Corley's gonna have a devil mark. She doesn't know
Oh,
where it came
Coralie
from.
is. We cut back to Coralie, who is now immediately like looking at the mark. That looks like a fucking moth. Moth. Oh, and starts like panicking.
Oh, poor Coralie. How does she
Oh,
get
wow.
2 roses and a couple of rings for a moth?
It's a Rorschach test.
Oh, Coralie.
Because
Also
Vim's
just
always
thinking
been a
about
moth.
all the other NPCs.
There's some
do
there
got-
there's a hippo man that has this on the back of their hand. I was like, what the fuck?
I
Oh,
got
yeah,
to
the Hippo
hand it
Man.
to her.
Hippo
She
man.
genuinely, if this thing, I've only known her for like a day and a half, and apparently I'm like connected to her. I'm trying to figure out why.
It's what she does.
That's our Luna.
She's something.
We cut back to Luna as they are in this devilish area, and Luna, you feel like you're being watched for a moment.
Hello?
And there is just sort of like this
Hello.
icy.
Hello.
There's almost like this icy chill to your aura for a second, and then it's gone. Evie, you then
Bless you.
get a message from a certain bounty hunter.
lot of people blasting the phone
You
right
you
now.
left her unattended.
She was kidnapped by the incumbent queen of hell.
Timing couldn't have
Sue
been
me.
timing couldn't have been worse. I was meeting with my charge's mother.
I have bigger things to deal with, respectfully. You are welcome to help us if you want to.
I will add one Calder sass mark to my notes. But yes, once you're all on the ship, Millis gets you all undocked and gets things going. The
I
ship.
was gonna say, is Mila still hanging out with us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Millis is with you. Millis is ride or die.
I love
Love
Millis.
that for her.
I hope we get her curse removed at some point.
She was going to literally, like, she was on her way to go and like do like some like shitty internship somewhere, and she's like, no, this is much more enjoyable.
Oh, Millis, you are worth way more than that.
But yeah,
Aw.
as the ship de-docks, a pentagram forms in space around it,
Oh boy.
and then it just burns your ship away from space. And the next thing you know, you are docked on a landing pad in a hellish planet. There are a number of like spikes and things around that have like this. You can see like imp skin,
Oh.
basically like covers and other things are here. And in addition to
Good
that,
quality.
in addition to that, now that you have all arrived in hell, something interesting has happened. Evie, can you describe what a devilish Evie might look like?
Oh no.
Yes, costume changes.
Oh, she might. Her form is so amorphous in the first place. It's kind of hard to imagine anything sharp or pointy. But I have to imagine she is, at least at first, like a bright cherry red.
Mhm.
And just her normal self with her normal pigtails, but two little horns that are rounded at the top. They're just little devil horns, but they're like a soft tip. um, and maybe for once, heel shaped, like heels. It's still slime, like it's still a pseudopod, but
It's still
heel
slime.
shaped.
Slime heels.
And also probably a tail, maybe with like a little heart at the end of it, instead of not a circle cottontail and not a point, but like a little heart.
A little heart. That's adorable. Uh,
I need
moving
art of these two.
moving on to that one. Darius, Devil Darius.
So Darius's big change, I think, would just be in the plate armor, which is now very, either it's actually black or it's been so covered in like ashes and soot that it's been made to look black and very matte. None of it's shiny, and he now is wearing like a full helm with like slits that red light is coming out of. Except the entire effect is kind of ruined by the little cat ears.
Disagree. It's
Also
enhanced.
the mace is like just a skull on a stick now. It's like, this is not an effective blacksmith's hammer. Well, no, I use a different hammer for that. Like, whose skull is this? Ooh, look at the
These are my
craftsmanship.
fabric
Ooh.
scissors, please.
Vim Helmoth.
So I mean, it's mostly the nightmare version of
Off.
Vim, which
Okay.
it's like the colors are more faded, almost monochrome. The shadows kind of cling to him a little bit more. His eyes kind of glow a little bit more, and it's really just it's that he's out of your sight, and then you're looking like shit, and then you realize what it is, kind of thing, where it's just the nightmare version, but not. I mean, I guess technically in hell, still kind of in a nightmare in a way, just not in the normal way he's seen when he's attacking and the dreadful strikes is applying to enemies.
Fair enough. Captain Cypress.
As Captain Cypress's devil mode is the all of a sudden her clothes seem to be a little bit more tattered pirate wise, like they're a little bit more worn out. Not much else changes except their greenish eyes are now black with like red instead. Their hair, which was like originally that orange is, and McKenna will love this one as a little homage, is now flaming just a little bit, like flame hair.
Ooh.
And yet it's not burning the hat that's still perched on their head, which is kind of weird, but okay. Also, just the tiniest little nub horns have like poked out, and they match the color of the like orangish flame of the hair, but otherwise their skin color is still the same, still slightly tanned, and
The nubs
just sitting
have
there.
returned.
And she stops and looks down,
Nubs.
looks up, and goes, "Now, I don't usually resort to violence on things that are not intentional. But I may vicious mock this girl when I meet her. Just FYI.
Rash. Hell Rash.
Okay.
Devil Rash.
So here's the thing. You have to remember that before Rash retired, Rash may or may not have been a villain henchman to several overlords as part of the Goblin Horde.
Mhm.
So Rash is not in her like normal sort of like Grandma Sophie vibes cookware barbarian outfit. She is in her old uniform, her old regiment's uniform, which is basically, you remember that scene from Sleeping Beauty with all of the like goblin and warthog creatures dancing around the fire? That's what Rash looks like.
Okay. Rash, I believe those are the goons, yes?
But yeah, so also impromptu nothing. Evie, Devil Evie, the thought in my mind that immediately happened was Nexus from Fern Gully.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But also hot red Evie with a cute heart butt is adorable.
I enjoy Evie with the succubus with the anime succubus heart tail.
I don't know enough about anime succubuses to have recognized that that's where that trope was from.
The funny thing is that in general, the devil tail is like the arrow anyway. All people did was like a succubus is just a little
Invert it.
heart tail instead. And it's like, y'all ain't creative.
Yeah. Also, fan artists
Wow.
enjoy those descriptions.
I also think I said twin tails for Edie. I think the devil horns would stand out better if she had it's a ponytail now. It's just
Ooh.
the one. She's
Ooh,
downsized.
Love
she
to see
going
it.
serious.
For some reason, I thought you meant the pigtails had turned into the devil horns.
I love that.
Actually,
But
the
I
pigtails
do
are like
want
the with the
little-
horns that come this way.
For some reason, that's what I was picturing, and I don't know why.
That's too big.
Kind of here for like the Ariana Grande like single high
yeah,
ponytail.
yeah.
That is some Hunter
Very
Hunter.
that.
My Hunter lover inside of me appreciates the idea of Evie's twin tails turning into horns. Anyway,
It's very Uzumaki.
yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The ship has docked. You all notice this change about yourself.
Mhm.
Evie, if you're worried about it, you can make me a Evie, make me an Arcana check. I'm gonna ask if you're worried about it. Evie is worried about this. 29. You know that when traveling through different planes of existences, if a creature is not innately linked to that plane in some way, or is in close proximity to someone who is for a long period of time, planes like this can change their form. This would have happened to you in the Feywild had you not had been with you.
Got it. That would have been fun. I wish we could have all had little Fey.
Yeah, I want my
magical girl
Feywild form. I feel
transformation.
robbed.
Yeah, wow, Viv. Thanks for nothing. I don't. Hopefully, we'll change back once we go back to a different plane.
Yeah, once you leave this planet,
But
you will return to your forms.
for now, we're a little stuck like this.
Unless,
Sorry, guys.
something causes you to be stuck in this form forever. But the only thing that would do that would be like, breaking a contract with a high-level devil.
You mean I'd be stuck in my old uniform for eternity? I'm retired, damn it.
You see some goblins that walk up to Rash. Excuse me, do you work here?
She like tries to take it off.
Just another. It's just infinite layers.
Watch as they accuse you of trying to steal goblin devil union work.
Wow.
We're looking for the incumbent queen of hell.
As you say that, a little imp comes rushing. Oh, that was much faster than expected. Hi there.
We're not wasting any time. Please take us to her.
Yeah, come on, follow me. Oh, do you have bags? No, okay, let's go. They start basically running you down this like hell palace hallways. There's marble. There's like these like gorgeous gold and marble pillars. There's like busts of famous like beautiful creatures and just like a whole bunch of like absolutely gorgeous artwork all around you. For some reason, there is just a room that has like a single locked door with like a gold blank plate on it. But then eventually you're brought to like the large sitting room where you all see Devil Luna sitting on a chaise lounge, snacking on some golden carrots.
You,
Luna.
you,
Please be kind. She didn't mean it.
Yes.
we are gonna sit down and we are gonna teach you how to read the bloody fine print.
Oh.
I am already sitting, and I do not know how to read.
Luna, we really need to fix that.
That's honestly on me at this point.
You hear a chuckle. It's like, well, to be fair, anything that I write is fine print, dear.
So
Do not try to be sexy right now. I am pissed off.
I don't need to try. It's just how I am.
To be fair, my dear incumbent queen lady, to be fair, don't you think someone like Luna should have some sort of parental permission slip involved in these sort of dealings?
I feel as though you are underestimating the oldest member of your party.
sometimes people still need legal, representation before
Just
they
a-
get involved.
Age
Power of attorney. We claim power of attorney.
Age is just a number. It don't mean anything.
Also, developmentally, she is not the oldest.
They love her. She is sweet as
Now, what is this? What is this tourney thing? This tourney? Are we fighting? What is this tourney, Evie?
No.
Power of attorney is the right to make decisions on behalf of. And she sort of gives Luna like a sidelong
fighting.
look, like, is this going to offend her? Of an incapacitated party.
The devil just like looks at you, Luna, and she says, "Oh, Evie's saying she wants to take care of you forever."
Oh,
This is true.
that is sweet.
Isn't it adorable?
But I really
It is
do
rather
think we
adorable,
should help.
actually.
She helped us out with the 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 luck points that I had. Um, that helped save us a few times. That was her luck, and we took it. I took it, and now I am agreeing to help her, and it is okay because we are going to fight other devils.
Unfortunately, Luna, you have also conscripted everyone you have ever called a friend to help her as well without their consenting to it.
Oh, that is a
To be
lot of
fair, though, that
people.
is a very
That's a
effective
lot of
army that
people.
Luna has just raised.
I will say, I will clarify for the sake of the contract. It is not to conscript everyone that they've called a friend to help, but should they fail, ownership of the souls of everyone they call a friend will be transferred to myself, the archdevil of the Boundless Library.
That's much better.
Yes.
That's worse, actually. Darius, you can take off the mask.
So
Rash is gonna try to hit it with her frying pan.
Make an attack roll, Rash.
Yeah, if you didn't say it, I was
Can I
gonna.
Can I try to finesse this attack roll a little bit so I don't
really,
hurt Darius?
Rash, I really just want you to like do the cartoon smack the
Just
person wearing a metal
Looney
helmet
Tune
thing.
Yeah,
Just
100%.
Looney Tunes it.
Yeah.
Of course, this
Alright,
means
here we go.
war.
Rash, you go to try to finesse it, and like you try to do it in a way that won't hurt Darius.
I'm so sorry, the dice wanted
and
it.
now, and now he's
You
concussed.
hit it, and the helmet just starts spinning around, and it ends up getting stuck backwards.
Also, that would chafe the heck out of my poor little ears.
Oh no!
Um,
Not the little
the
ears.
archdevil kind of walks over, and they just take like their little fingers, and they like take a nail, and they just like cut out a faceplate of it so that Darius's face is free. There we go.
You did not tell me that
Smelled like
part.
it smelled like a forge in there, not a good forge, like a not properly maintained forge where they left the fire running and put weird things in the fire,
Weird things.
like trash. Like
Oh.
you're not supposed to put trash in the forge.
Well, depends on the type of forge. If it's an incinerator.
Like spoiled meat. Ugh.
Mmm.
Oh.
So,
And you're our cook. Oh, that's concerning.
given that Luna was unaware of the contents of the contract, I do not think it is appropriate to hold everyone accountable.
Then I shall only hold those here accountable. She snaps her fingers.
I was gonna say, are we gonna have to take like this devil to lower claims court?
No. I may be a devil, but I'm not evil.
Elaborate on that.
Listen, I am not a person. I am not a person who believes in the supplication of many of the masses. I think that people should be free to enjoy themselves, to pursue whatever knowledge they seek in the world.
I
Okay.
think your
Hey,
concession
that
should
sounds a
then
lot like
also-
you.
I think your concession should then also apply to the Honorable Captain Cypress, as they have only known Luna for a day and a half, and were not involved in this necessarily.
Looks over at Captain Cypress. In the interest of maintaining a positive relationship, she smiles. Bran goes away, but you still are in devil mode because planar travel.
It is really hard to
He gives
square
you
the
thumbs
not.
up.
It's really hard to square the not evil, but I'm also roping in anybody that you're friends with if you fail. Those two don't really overlap very well.
Potato.
That doesn't
I
even
don't know.
fly.
For a
Yeah.
devil, she's being pretty fair.
Regardless, I
Is Millicent
appreciate the concessions
like-
you have made. Let's maybe figure out how to get you crowned.
See, that's what I like to hear. I love I love a girly pop with a plan.
I don't know if I'd say I have a plan.
Well, to be quite frank with
That's
all
the
of
part
you,
you objected to?
to be
The
quite
other
frank,
is that I'm a girly pop,
yes,
which is true.
very sweet.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! You scared me. I didn't see you there. I
A
have
cat?
for those
Yes.
of you
I
who
would
are very
assume so.
confused, my new monitor now has this sliver of a gap in the darkness between my desktop and my monitor, and like shrouded in darkness, his face just there was Diglett staring at me like he scared the crap out of me. Did
I
not
am the
expect him to be there.
darkness. But
the darkness.
quite simply, all you'll really need to do, as per the contract, is you will need to assist me in becoming the crowned ruler of the hell. In order to do this, I think the most simple way for doing so would be for you all to deal with the archdevil of the Fell Forge.
Hear that, Darius? We are going to a forge. I thought you would be excited.
I am interested, clarify.
They are responsible for many of Hell's armaments, as well as much of the technology that we have down here. If a group of people, such as yourselves, were able to defeat them, and by defeating them in my name, have them become subservient to me, then the other archdevil, I'm sure, would take a seat, fall in line, and at the end to this conflict that's been in a stalemate for some time now, well, until, the Sun Devil was put away for good, will come to a bloodless, simple end.
Yeah, what are the odds of that?
I
You really
mean,
expect that?
I would assume so, yes.
Why would you assume that they wouldn't fight for the power?
Because quite frankly, the archdevil of schemes is a coward.
But what if he has a really
Oh.
good scheme?
Cowards are never fun to fight.
Exactly.
Well, it doesn't look like we have any choice, so I guess we'll just have
Fortunately, no.
to be better at scheming than him.
Is there any other questions that you might have before you go? I can, of course, point you in the right direction, but I don't want to interrupt the artists as they're working, as they say.
How time sensitive is this? Because, we've been through some shit.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't dream of not letting you rest.
Yeah, we haven't technically rested since the big fight, have we?
Yeah,
No, we
I wouldn't
haven't.
dream. I can, of course, provide you with the most relaxing rest that you've had in some time. They snap their fingers, and a menagerie of different foods and finery is brought out before you all. They have a number of lesser devils that appear to be ready to offer you spa services. In addition to that, she looks towards you, Evie, and she says, and of course, for those, and she looks to Evie and she looks to Darius, who are more intellectually inclined, I'm more than happy to grant you access to my library.
For what price?
You're helping me. This is hospitality.
I should like access to that too, honestly.
I feel insulted that I wasn't included in that. I'm not going to
I
partake.
would like
but
spa, please.
I'm not going to partake, but I do feel insulted that I wasn't included.
Oh, yes, spa. Spa sounds great.
Yes, we give one hell of a mud bath down here.
I hate it.
Where is this archdevil of the forge / scheming? And what, in your best opinion, do you think that we are going to be up against?
Well, his fortress, he is currently hunkered down in his fortress at the heart of hell, the Hellion Forge.
Okay.
He has a variety of Hellion constructs, so creatures that are both devil and construct. Much of his forge is actually practiced in the practice of soul forging, where what he'll do is he'll take a lesser devil and he'll turn them into something useful. For example, Puxley, and that little imp comes running in.
Oh no.
Yes?
We're about to see something fucked up.
Yep.
I'm going to borrow you for a moment. Yes, ma'am. And she snaps her fingers, and this little imp bursts into flames, and just on the ground there is now a pistol. Now, my work is nothing so refined as the Archdevil of the Hellion Forge, but, and she points the gun at, like, a random wall, she fires it, and you hear the scream of this imp firing with the shot, and as it shoots, it hits it, it burns up a little bit, and of course, and then she just throws it into the air, and then snaps her fingers, and Puxley returns to normal. Except they're kind of, like, dry coughing, like...
What just hit the wall?
Does
What's
that
there?
hurt you at all? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, just need some water after it. It's like a... You
Just
So
know...
kinda
is
look-
that just like the food you ate earlier?
No, that was like my very essence that got turned into energy and fired out.
Rash pulls out a canteen of water.
Does
Thank
that
you.
shorten your lifespan?
Glug, glug. Looks
Does
up, looks at the
hurt?
Archdevil. No, it doesn't. It simply makes use of their soul's energy for a moment, and of course, once the contract is completed, they return to their original form.
Interesting.
Them's kind of looking at his crossbow, and this
Yes,
imp.
we
and
could
then
get you
back,
one. We could get
and
you
then,
one. Do you want a devil crossbow, Vim?
I like a mod. You know,
Okay.
I lean
I'm
down
particularly
to
attached to
Vim,
this.
and I whisper in his ear, clarifying, I'm not going to make you anything made out of living creatures or souls.
I could.
Yeah, but but what if there was like an attachment, like
I could.
just a little like bonus thing?
You are more than welcome, of course, to take any offer from these hellish individuals. I cannot and will not stop you.
You know,
But just know that I am not going to be part of it.
once the Archdevil of the Hellion Forge is on side, so to say, I'm sure that they'd be more than happy to listen to orders and craft you something.
Yeah, we'll consider it.
Yes. See, I'm helpful. Emphasis on helpful.
Oh, Lord.
Ah, I love this girl. Also, this entire time, the scrolls have just been perfectly placed at all times.
No breeze in here at all?
No.
Mm.
There is like a nice
I mean, it
breeze.
is hell.
So,
Hell
one
could
for
have
the
a breeze.
spa, points towards EB, library.
Can I do a little bit of both?
Oh, sure, I'm more than happy to let you
I would
enjoy
like
yourself.
mud bath.
Mud bath. For yourself, looks at Darius.
I'm going to, I think, rest on the ship. Thank you for your offer, but I'm more comfortable in my familiar space.
That is fair. Captain Cypress, perhaps a drink? I have quite the fine brandy.
I'll take you up on that. I imagine you do.
She smiles. Well then, I suppose I will let you all go about your business, and we shall let you get to work once you're rested in the morning.
I'm just also going to lean down and whisper to Evie, I'm going to keep an eye on your little one on the ship. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Which ones? The robo familiars or the teapot?
Hey, what's that hand motion? What's that hand motion, Darius?
We're just
Talking.
talking about
What are
what we're
you
gonna eat
doing?
down here because we're not
Oh,
sure if it's safe.
I'm not used to Darius mimicking eating when he's
Oh,
talking about eating, but
Evie,
okay.
you do not have to worry about
I mean,
eating
we're in
at
a
all.
whole new place. Things
Rash
are going to be weird.
pulls out like a couple different like Tupperwares that she's got, and she's gonna maybe if they've got time swap out a couple of them on the ship. Some of the dessert ones for more practical uh accoutrements.
That's fair.
Lae'zel, stop. No, no. Lae'zel.
Just because I want this to be seen, Darius, when you return onto the ship to find Mimi, the teapot has turned purple.
Hmm.
It has become very Sinistea-esque, teapot wise. Sinistea is a Pokemon, Matthew.
When I tell you,
That's
I
largely for
low-key-
Chad's reference and for chat.
I low key love Sinistea.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most British Pokemon they could have made aside from the Corgi. I'm just saying.
And as Mimi kind of like opens up, because the teapot, instead of like it coming through the spout, for some reason right now while in hell, there's like a break all across the side of it that Mimi can just like open up and like and as Mimi like opens up, you can see that her entire like what was normally like dark purple has turned into like a bright burgundy.
I throw them some kibble.
And Mimi just goes nom, 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 nom.
Your guardians will be back soon, I'm sure. Kettle hiss if you need anything.
Evie, Luna.
Don't worry.
Is that
Darius
the
not
first
realizing this might be the first words because Darius is not a primary caregiver.
Y'all aren't going to be able to keep that thing quiet for long.
I put out a water dish, seeing it does have a spout, so it might be able to like. some water.
Yes. Luna Rose, to give you context, Hell Mimi is Sinistea pot.
Yes, good.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it.
This is a good choice.
Darius returns to his quarters to rest and meditate.
Darius being like the de facto pet sitter slash uncle in this situation is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, someone's got to be responsible as everyone's
Darius, while you're on
going
the
through
ship,
their goth phase.
make me a perception check.
Perception.
Have to actually have this happen now.
Crit.
Ah, shit. Okay. So, Darius, as you go to pray and begin to meditate, you hear a slight tapping fence above your head.
That's weird. Eevee doesn't make tapping sounds, they make sounds. I'm not a paladin, so I don't have divine sense. Let me just check real here if I have anything that I can still use.
Skittering in the vents above your room.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm just gonna bang, bang, bang with the hammer underneath.
As you bang, bang, bang with the hammer, the vent comes loose, and falling out, tumbling over their own tail, now in a devilish form, is a little baby black dragon.
Speaking of babysitting, Darius
Adorable.
closes the door to the quarters.
And you see, like,
Not angry, disappointed. I think we need to have a chat.
I am not here. You are hallucinating. Tries to fly back up towards the vent.
I don't even hit him with it, but I just put my hammer like on top of him and just force him down. And we're gonna talk about fixing that vent later, young one.
I mean, I didn't hit it.
That's not what I said. So, Darius puts out a chair for the little one. Oh, look, someone's T-posing to assert dominance.
I don't know if it's T-posing. That's more the autistic pose than anything
I
else.
saw Cooper turn on Mabinogi, and I was like, oh, Cooper's home.
I put a
Lurking
chair
in
out
the
for the little
background.
one. So, you stowed away on the starship.
I mean, you guys took all my money, so I figured I would chill.
You know, that is a conversation that should happen at some point. And
Yeah, like maybe
I
like a
was
trust
probably
fund
in.
situation, but like I'm like 16 years old, guys. Like and like literally the person who was a father to me got killed, and then you ate another one of like my brothers. So
Okay,
I figured you all would be like the safest people for me to chill with. Also, why
clarifying,
do I have horns?
that was a bad assumption.
clarifying several things. First, don't worry, it's just sort of cosmetic. And you didn't have horns before. You are a dragon.
No, I didn't have horns before. I wasn't old enough. I didn't get my horns yet. You have to.
Well, you're not having a growth spurt. It's a weird environmental effect.
Yeah, I
It's
know. My voice would have dropped.
gonna sail right past that. Second, I should also importantly clarify here. I don't believe I ate any of your relatives, so please don't go spreading that around.
There's literally right. There's literally Orly and Tupperware in the fridge.
Yes, but I didn't eat them. I know it seems a tad petulant, but I just wanted on the record that I did not eat anything that had a conversation with someone at one point,
Do you know
especially
that
one
for
that was
sure?
not. Darius has been enjoying his gruel. Um, and third, we are in a unknown and potentially quite dangerous place. Um, while I don't think you should leave the ship, I am glad that we are now aware of you here because I think
I didn't even last a fucking day hiding. I'm bad at that.
it's not a big ship. Also,
I could have hidden longer.
You're like that big.
Did you hear that? No? Okay. So we should probably get you some quarters assigned and see if we can find something that's not related to you in the fridge.
Okay, Dad.
Darius's fur momentarily turns white. Clarification: let's not go throwing that word
technically,
around.
by Dragon Secession records, you are all now my parents.
That can't be true.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to add another one to my list.
When you kill like a parent of like a brood, all the broodlings become your responsibility for the sake of the species.
All right, responsibility is one thing. But
There was a time. My understanding. There was a time in like dragon history where we were almost hunted to full extinction, and had it not been for like one very specific person, whose apparently mother tried to kill a bunch of dragons too, we would have not exist right now.
Oh, those are stories. I'm not sure those people ever existed really. But I'm about to settle down for the evening and to rest.
What is this kid's name again?
It's whatever you want it to be now. He's your kid.
No. Here, I usher him into the kitchen. I get him some fish or something. Put it out, glass of water, and I say, another clarification. While you are staying with us, what would you like to be referred to as?
I don't know. You technically are my parents now, so you get a pick.
I pick whatever it is you want to be called. You don't have to decide right away. I'm just
This is going to be recursive. He's going to say the same thing back.
Or he's gonna say something really dumb and
I'm
a kid name.
Stove. He looks over at the stove.
I've always wanted to be called I've always wanted to be called Ampersand. Nah. Wait, maybe. I don't know. I
mean, you don't have to decide now.
Maybe you pick maybe I'll take whatever name you really like.
I understand we forgot, but didn't this little dude have a name?
He
I
did.
like Stove.
my speaking as a player, my first impulse is to do something to do with their chromatic alignment, but that seems a little on the nose or on the snout, maybe. Um, well, how about this? I'm once I have some food in me, I'm going to be resting for the evening. I imagine you also need to rest. We've had a big day, and in the morning we can maybe discuss again. Maybe something will come to you in a dream. Maybe the Vim will visit you in your dreams and
Vim.
bestow upon you a name. I hear they have great power within the realm of dreams. So nothing tangible, but
Bam. Oh, the Vam.
I'm
the
sorry, man.
Vim.
Oh god, I'm now making
I mean,
a
it's not.
planet. I'm now making a planet
I'm
of
just-
LGMs that worship Vim like the claw.
Then
Oh,
The
my God.
Vam.
he decides
The
who will sleep
Vim.
and who will die.
Oh, that got dark very quick. One is sleep and one is sleep. But yeah, I'm just gonna feed the guy as best I can. I'm no Rash, but
He straight up swallows a whole fish.
Ow.
careful of the bones.
Adorable.
I do the cartoon thing where you put the fish down and then you pull off the skeleton somehow.
Even the fish are now hellfish.
Yeah, that's like thorns on their
Yeah.
bones. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But
Um,
Darius, anything else you want to do on the ship?
I'm gonna the rest of the crew know how to get on, so I'm gonna seal the ship up tight,
Mhm.
just so no one can wander on. I'm gonna lock things up. I'm going to lay out some spare blankets or cloaks I have if the little guy wants to like nestle down in a little nest. I don't know if dragons practice like nest making behaviors in a horde. If I can, I find a pile of the gold we have on the ship and lay it down so they can sleep on a little hoard.
He does sleep on a little pile of gold.
I put a little blanket on top of him.
That's adorable.
And I
He
sit
has
down
like the
into
he has like the toddler like snot bubble while they're sleeping, except it's acid, so it's like a little bit sizzly when it pops.
All right, I'm gonna put like a glass bowl under that. Um, and Darius sits down to the comfortable thing where he kind of like centaurs can't
Praise.
really sit cross-legged, but something comfortable that eventually he'll meditate and then eventually allow himself to drift off to sleep, so I can get my full rest and get all my spell slots back.
All right. Team inside the Devil's House. What do people want to get doing? There is a full buffet of food for you. Luna, there is a variety of those golden carrot dishes. Like there's one of them that appears to have been like cooked with like honey and dill. It's like oven roasted. They have some that have been like barbecued. There are so many things. There's also like a Brussels sprout medley.
Luna will continue to partake in all the delicious vegetables.
Oh my God.
But got pretty excited to do spa day, probably
Mhm.
with Rash. It sounds like.
Yeah. I'll go to the buffet with Luna first, just to check it out really quickly before we swing by the mud pit.
It's nice. It's a wide range of basically foods that are almost directly tailored towards your tastes.
Can I make any sort of? Can I look at this and like either a knowledge or a religion or an insight, like something to tell me whether or not eating the devil food will do anything,
Make me a
to
religion
me.
check.
Especially because of my god. Okay, that's not bad.
How'd you do, Rash? You got a 13. Probably fine.
I'm sorry, probably?
I don't like the word probably.
Probably
I
fine.
am
Does.
also going to go to the buffet and cast a little purify food and drink over everyone's
Mhm.
food once they've brought it back to the table. I know it's only poison and disease, but it's better than nothing.
Nothing changes except the alcohol gets unalcoholy.
Aye!
Oi!
Oi!
Evie!
I was
You're
I was
welcome
gonna
to
drink
poison
that.
yourselves on your own time.
Yeah,
Not on mine.
we're also trying not to
It's okay,
lose
I
our.
brought my own.
We're also trying not to like lose our souls for all eternity.
But you won't lose your souls for all
You-
eternity by
You
eating this
don't
food.
understand.
No.
I have been dying to try Hell's Bane whiskey for years. And now I finally have the opportunity, and you have ruined it for me.
Oh shoot, I'll give you a bottle.
That you can take with you because doing this job should probably require a certain level of focus.
Well, they're not going to do it right now anyway. They can drink now.
Yeah, I don't know how potent this shit is. We're in hell.
They just snap their fingers, a number of imps come running in. Take a pick. We have a variety of the different aging stages for you.
Well, Rash can't resist that.
100, 200, or 300 years.
I'd personally recommend the 500 is my favorite.
Rash takes it.
Yeah, let's split it. Ration.
Yeah.
Like, I bring 2
Prost.
goblets down and splash them down, and I go, "You pour, Goblin Queen."
And listen, that is legit 500-year aged brandy. That's none of that chronomancy shit.
Well, chrononancy, as we know, best type of magic.
It just doesn't. It tastes different. I swear. And they'll like bring like a bottle of like the 500 chronomancy. Like try them both. They taste different.
It's a bit like when people use the microwave instead of just making popcorn on the stove like you are supposed to.
Exactly.
It's got a kind of a odd scent to it too, which
Right.
just kind of takes you out of it, honestly.
Vin, would you like to try anything?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty positive.
Fair enough.
Why would she actively poison somebody who's going to help her get her throne?
Well, I'm properly liquored up, so if you don't mind, and just
Rash
like
is-
takes out the violin and starts like twiddling and just like playing.
I mean-
I'm not
Nice.
saying she's going to poison us to hurt us, but there are other ways to poison someone rather than just killing them.
Well,
Rash does a shot of the 500.
there's like a number.
Cypress and a rash.
There's like a number of things. There's one, here to do a job, and failing the job has really bad consequences. But also,
All right.
because of those consequences, she's kind of in a win-win position. Like, sure, we getting all of our souls is not like what she really wants, but it's not like, oh, she's completely out if we screw up.
Well, in for the copper, in for the gold. And Rash starts eating from the plate.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
And she's kind of picking up her plate and making a to-go plate and like getting on the road, and she just hollers at Luna, "All right, Luna, spa time."
Oh, yes, I am excited for the spa.
She's already packed. She had like 2 empty Tupperwares, and she's packed that with the food from the table. But she does pass Vim a Tupperware of non-devil food from the ship.
Yeah, that's probably what he's gonna eat from.
Fair
And
enough.
she'll leave a couple
Not
of those for anybody who wants to not partake in devil food.
Who is going to participate in the spa day whilst resting? Yeah. All right. Evie,
I'm
are
a
you
sucker
going?
for a spa day.
Evie, are you go? Would you say you spend the majority of your time at the spa or in the library?
I would say it's about 50-50.
If you had to pick one, spa or library, which one do you spend a little bit more time at?
Probably spa, because that's where Luna is.
Fair
And
enough.
Evie still kind of needs to check in with Luna and see if she's okay.
All right.
No.
Vim, what are
Yes.
you doing?
Oh,
while you're here?
I'm lurking.
You have
Mostly
library,
lurking.
you have spa, you have another sort of activity if you'd like it. If you want to do something else, they'll try to provide to the best of your ability.
Trying to think. I guess I'll actually end up going to the library because if Evie's with Luna more at the spa, Darius might spend more time in the library, so I'll go to the library.
All right, and then Cypress, what are you going to be spending majority of your time doing? You were offered to have a drink with the devil herself.
I will take her up on that, and not for the reasons that you all think.
What? Hold on now, Sarah. What are you
Okay,
thinking?
wait a minute. Not for the reasons we all think, or not just for the reason?
Yeah,
No.
that's a good clarifying point.
Clarify.
So, just as a heads up, McKenna is aware of Cypress as a character and what Cypress generally is about, and this is a great opportunity to fulfill Cypress's oath of gaining specific knowledge that may or may not be useful to certain people in the future. So for her, drinking is a great opportunity to have a card game.
All right. So then I will start with our spa team then. So Team Spa.
Yeah, Team Spa.
Whilst you are resting and you are being pampered, it's a variety of mud baths and things. You get a variety of different spa treatments. There's a number of there's this one devil woman who has like 8 arms who can just give like the best deep tissue massage that you've ever had.
I want a
Amazing.
deep tissue massage.
Me too.
And yes, as you are having your spa day, any sort of conversation that you three want to have while you're doing that.
No, are you okay? Are you hurt?
Oh no, I am not hurt. I woke up and I was here, and she gave me really good carrots, and then she kind of explained what was going on, and then she asked for my help, and I was like, I love helping people. Um, and then she produced the contract, and I was like, hold on, I'm not gonna get tricked by that. And I asked her what it said, and then she was like, do you want me to read it word for word? There's a lot of big words in here, and I was like, oh, that is a good point because I do not know a lot of big words. So then she offered to give me she called it a TL T something. And so she broke it down for me real nice. And basically, I am just going to help her, and we are going to help her, and then we'll get rewarded and also free.
We're getting rewarded?
Yes. And we will
How
have a
so?
powerful ally in um, the Queen of. And I thought having a queen for an ally could be really helpful, considering that we're gonna have some probably big battles ahead of us. Um, and then she also mentioned that there would be a forge, and I was like, oh my goodness, Darius loves forges. And I was like, yeah,
Got
we
that bitch a
absolutely should
forge.
do
Bitches love forges.
I mean, I do love forges, but it is not unconditional.
But she didn't tell you the whole thing, huh?
Well, it would seem that no, um, no, not in so many words.
Are you worried she put anything else in there that she didn't tell you about?
Oh, why would she do that? That does not sound like her.
Rash comes back up from the mud, having sunken into the mud bath. Um, we could always ask her to see the documents. There's no reason, especially now that you've already signed it, there's no reason she has to hide the documents from us. We can deep comb it, Evie.
Yeah, I think we should probably do that at some point. Just to make
Rash
sure there's
descends back
no
into the mud.
clauses about how long we are allowed to take, or I don't know. I mean, an ally in the Queen of Hell is good unless it means something else in fine print.
Um, Oh, did I mess up?
Well, Luna, can you imagine me swinging a sword or like an axe or like a
Yes.
heavy? Okay, can you imagine me doing it well on my first try?
I can imagine a lot of things.
When you take into account the reality of my strength physically, is that something that you can imagine happening realistically?
Well, let's find out. And she hands you Sword Friend.
She grabs
Who
Sword Friend,
also
and Sword Friend
is
just
Devil.
slurps through her hand
Oh, is Sword Friend
and
devilish?
clatters onto the ground because it is too heavy, and Evie is too squishy.
For some reason, Swordfriend's purple.
Purple and like extra thorny. Like
Purple, extra thorny.
the blades have like extra little metallic spiked thorns that
and
would just
they're-
like dig in.
And for some reason, you just hear them muttering to themselves, "I've become what I was made to hate. I've become what I was made to hate."
Aww.
Because he became a devil. Co.
Okay, so
Amen.
in order to swing it, I want you to stand like this.
This is as much as I would love for you to teach me how to sword fight, this is part of a grander a point that I am making, which is that just as I am incapable when it comes to swordplay because it is not something I am equipped for and have no experience with, I don't think you were equipped to deal with contracts. And I wish you had waited for us to help you. You don't have to do everything by yourself.
I thought I was helping.
That's okay. I know.
And I think
Just
we
'cause
still
it
can.
got- I think we can too. I think now the bulk of the problem is solved now that people like Captain Cypress and Victorique and Victorique's baby dragon are no longer implicated in our
Rash reascends from the mud.
mission.
Also, Luna, just take this as a learning experience. You live and everyone makes mistakes and then you grow from them.
Everyone has those
Everybody
days.
has those days.
Everybody has
I think everybody knows what I'm talking about.
and then as Rash descends back in, everybody gets that way.
I will say for our spa time, girlies, y'all are going to receive every time you rest in hell now. You are going to receive half your level in temporary hit points.
Oh shit!
All right.
Say that one more
Okay.
time.
Half your level in temporary hit points every time you rest in hell.
I don't like that. Something is scheming.
There's a catch-22 here.
It's hell, of course there is.
What do you mean? There's no
Listen,
monkey.
I'm
There's
okay
no
with
monkey,
it.
only paw.
And half our level, so 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for the spa girlies,
In fairness, he did say rest, not long rest. They'll get that a short rest too.
yes, you will. That is the point of that.
I see no downside
None
so
whatsoever.
far.
Vim,
Yeah.
party rocking in the library.
Party Moth is in the house tonight.
What are you looking for?
I mean, really, he was originally here in case Darius was going to spend his time here. Because Evie were the two that were pitched for this library and just trying to not like have people off on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's sitting around kind of waiting, he'll probably look around and
Make me a perception check.
26.
26. So there are 3 sections that seem of interest to you. There is a entire section around Hellion contracts that appears to be a repository of old contracts that is arranged alphabetically by name. There is also another section of the library that seems to interest you of Hellion legends. And then lastly, there's just general sort of knowledge books.
I think we go through the old contracts and see if any familiar names pop up.
Tolatio's name pops up.
Just try to glean what I can from his deal.
It appears to be a pretty simple deal for property. A piece of hell itself will be put under his domain to be used as a laboratory. And it is maintained by the Archdevil of the Hellion Forge.
Something to sabotage later. Okay. Catch him in a trap.
So there
Yeah.
is a Tolatio lab on this planet as well.
Yeah, I'll make note of that and bring that up later to Evie.
Vim, while spending time in the library, you can, once per a rest, choose to succeed on a knowledge check.
Okay. I mean, that can be useful because I have a whopping +0 in intelligence.
So once per a rest, you can choose to succeed on a knowledge check every time you rest in hell. Now, the amount of knowledge, like if you're asking like a super esoteric, like world-breaking question, you won't get that much. But here you feel smarter. Captain Cypress.
Hello, hello.
This lovely onyx devil is waiting for you in her room. The contracts
Delightful.
around her into a very nice, fine-looking gown as she sits there with a literal skull that she is pouring alcohol out of. You're not going to find this You're not going to find this particular vintage anywhere in the world, other than here. So I thought you might enjoy it. And she hands you a glass.
I appreciate fine rare vintages. One of the things I like about being a pirate.
Please enjoy.
I can go anywhere in the planar realms.
She smiles. She
So
just kind of watches you drink.
I'm just kind of curious.
Shoot.
Why particularly did you allow Miss Luna access to your devil's love?
Contracts upon contracts upon contracts. Unfortunately, it wasn't my call. Another one of my subordinates who I had given that boon to long ago found themselves in a bit of spot, and they traded out to Luna. Now, all things said and done, I'm quite happy they did so, as Luna is much more useful to me than any of them. Someone such as her is quite useful indeed, but I'm sure you know that already.
I will say that her particular skill set is rather overwhelming. She has a great deal of charisma that seems to permeate her.
It almost
So
seems...
I don't blame you for the deal, of course.
unnatural, perhaps. Just how much people are drawn to that one.
I think I haven't thought of that myself. Yeah, the idea that a contract that normally outside of your own proficiencies should essentially sign off people that she has only in passing considered friendly as true friendships fascinates me to the fact that apparently the universe seems to think that that is a bound deal.
That one is very special, and she has yet to realize it.
True enough. They all have a little bit of something in them, I will say that.
They do?
I make a point of watching people, you know?
I mean,
Getting to know them.
let's be honest. They have a god in their midst. They have someone who could very well change creation itself. They have a person who could be, perhaps, the strongest tactical mind in the universe. And then, of course, there's Evie.
Got brains, that one, don't she?
She has brains. She has much going for her, but it is all impeded. Hopefully, she can break that blockade down soon.
I have no doubt she will. She's a firecracker, that one. Now,
And if she's
I
going to be
got-
standing next to Luna, she certainly needs to be worthy to do so.
true enough, I got one more particular question for you, and I know the answer, but I gotta hear it.
Shoot.
What makes you think you could rule? Just as a rule, general, like, thought process of it.
I intend to make a hell that could rise above its own station. My goals are to be the ruler of a hell that will allow devilkind to become more than what we are now. And the mortal influence with that, I think, will be one of the most helpful parts to that goal. You will hear, no doubt, while you're here, many people calling me an old soul. I personally believe in the former one who sat in the Hellion throne's beliefs. Hell is nothing without people, and we are nothing without the people that we deal with. We become better for interacting with the outside world, not worse for it, and that is a ideology that many people have stopped having here.
Well, glad to hear it. And I will say that I don't think I've ever met a person who hasn't sinned a little bit in their life.
No. And do enjoy that brew, Captain Cypress. And as she's walking away with the bottle, it was made in the former ruler of Hell's Skull itself. She smiles. And Cypress, as once per
Why is
arrest,
she so hot?
once per arrest, Cypress, you can now cast command.
Damn,
At
alright, okay.
whatever the highest level spell slot you have for free. And as our party has one hell of a night, I'm going to say thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling. Join us next time as we, well, get into the nitty gritty of hell and begin dealing with the Hellion Forge. Let's see.
Sorry, that was me. I was pressing buttons.
You're good.
Would you say, Will, that we would be
What?
raising a little hell?
You may be
Don't.
raising a little hell.
I am encouraged. This nonsense.
Thank you all so much for coming. Join us next time. Who will make more hell puns, me or Maya? Only time will tell. Have a good night, friends.